Here we go. It's my list, but I've got to record the screen. I gotta record
I forgot to
the
tell you,
screen.
dude, I have lice, but on the inside. Oh!
Hivemind Podcast. What's up? You're watching Hivemind,
Wow.
the zaniest show on the internet. What do you think about the zaniest?
I hate it.
Do you? What do you replace it? What do you want?
Zaniest.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that one. Okay, cool. We did it. It's the end of the year, baby.
End of a whole damn decade.
Oh, end of a decade. Happy New Year to you guys. It's coming up.
You remember what you looked like at the start of the decade?
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing the decade challenge, the 10 years apart. It's really interesting. So
You look different.
yeah, all right. Let's throw. We did the decade challenge, so let's throw out. You want to do mine first?
Yeah, do yours
all right.
first.
Here's mine on the screen.
That's from his old yearbook.
Yeah, right. And then then picture of me from yesterday. So cool. And then Graydon, yours is even more maybe staunch. Is that was that the right word?
Yeah,
Staunch.
staunch. I was different.
It was very different. So
I underwent a huge transformation throughout, like, 2014 through 2016.
not just physically too, mentally. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're a whole different person.
Yeah.
Or really like a shell of a man almost.
Stepped into a new shell, kind of like a crustacean.
Right. Yeah. Cool. So that's it. Here's Graydon's, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, send yours to us. We want to see those. But yeah. Do you want to hear a joke before we get into this
Yeah.
like festivities?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the difference between a Greyhound bus station and a crab with big boobs?
I know the answer.
Okay. You want to let me say it anyway? Pretend that you don't know it?
Yep.
All right. One's a crusty bus station and one's a busty crush station. Cool. What do you guys think? Cool. All right. So, without further ado, last year we did our album of the year and song of the year videos. We listed through all of ours. It was great videos. You can go check them out, see what our music tastes are.
But we're streamlining it.
We're doing it a little different this year. We want to know what you
Yeah.
think is the best album of the year and what you think is the best song of the year. So, what we did is we sent out a survey to our friends.
Chain mail.
A chain mail, really. A little mini 5-question survey to a lot of our friends, some characters you may recognize from Hivemind videos. We got some responses, and we're going to go through those. But we also did a poll on our Instagram story for Album of the Year, which is the first question on the survey. And we got a lot of responses for that one. So we're going to go through what you think. We're going to kind of react to it in real time, talk about it, let it spark some conversation, and then at the very end of the video, once we hear from everybody, we'll give ours.
Our final opinion.
But last year, just remind them, what was your album of the year and song of the year? Do you remember?
It had to have been Die Lit.
It wasn't. Mine was Die Lit.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know, right? Yours was yours Whack World?
Album of the year, was it?
That's maybe Tierra Whack.
It might have been.
I know your song of the year was Fountain of Youth, Evan the Redheaded.
Yes, it was.
Right.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Can't shake that one.
Yeah.
Really excied for Red Orange.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
That's on New Year's. So that's
Day.
coming
It's probably
up.
going
Right?
to be
Yeah,
out
yeah.
like simultaneously with this video.
Pretty soon. But and then mine was my album was Die Lit and my song was Grand Ace. In my mind.
Yeah.
In my mind. In Hivemind, as I call it.
Yeah, maybe it was Whack World.
I feel like ours were switched because mine was like Whack World's number 2. But something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. First album of the year. Let's see what you guys thought on the Instagram stories. We're going to go through.
A big consensus, apparently.
There is some consensus. We threw this up on the Instagram story, which I think that drew a lot of people in. It's a compelling photograph. So, all right.
You got to get excited for this kind of thing.
You got to get excited. All right, here we go. First,
Do mixtapes.
Brad Shaley. Shout out Brad Shaley. Said either Igor or Arizona Baby. So
What's
Igor.
Arizona Baby?
Igor is Tyler the Creator. Arizona Baby is Kevin Abstract from
Okay.
Brockhampton, his solo project, which is good album. And then do mixtapes count? If so, Super Dark VR is the best of the year, which is Lil Darky compilation from the beginning of the year. So pretty interesting. You'll see a pattern start to show up, but Brad was the first response. Now we got Your Generic Flipper, one of my favorite, my son. Flippy, as I call him. Ifalopa Dupa, however you say the Gunk Rock project's name.
Yeah, Ifalopa Dupagan.
Yeah, Dulupagan. I think it's Ifalopa Dupagan because it's supposed to. It rolls off the tongue. Ifalopa Dupagan which is probably the name of like some sort of side character from a Dr. Seuss book, I assume.
Yes.
But either way, it's a gunk rock project. Check it out. Next, MO3 Flips, As Good as Dead, which is the new project from City Morgue, which is Zilla Kami and Social Mutile. But it just came out. I haven't even listened to it yet. I've listened to like 2 songs. So
that's what I was most afraid of, is stuff that comes out. That's what I'm always afraid of, those late entries that like sway people's opinions.
There's a lot of them here. Yeah. You'll see. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But XYZ by Igloo Ghost, which I thought was that's from So Fucking Sleepy. I like the spelling of
Me too.
So Fucking Sleepy. But yeah, that's a good like really experimental producer who I really like their album artwork and stuff too. Didn't expect to see that here, but
things that I need to get hip to.
There we go, Igloo Ghost. Next we got Phony Wallace, Norman fucking Rockwell,
Lana Del Rey,
which is a favorite for the Grammys. Was Pitchfork's #1 album of the year.
Okay.
I've listened to it a few times, and I gotta say I like it, and it does grow on you as you listen.
I've heard songs off of it. I didn't even know it came out this year, to be honest.
It doesn't, like, I don't know. Some other albums that are, like, similar to it strike me a little bit more than that one. So I was kind of like, I don't see what's so crazy about it. But it's a good album. Yeah. I think it's better than some of her other work. But
thanks, Phony Wallace.
Phony Wallace, great producer. Check him out. Oh, next we got Cash Wiper, who said, yo, what's poppin'? With the demon emoji.
That album was stupid.
Right. Shout out Cash Wiper. And then we got Huntley Chamberlain here.
HMC Hams.
Who says Flamin' Hot Fries. And I think he was responding to my other poll on our story, which was, what is the best chip from the variety bag? The Soccer Mom variety bag from our other video. So
he's just chiming in a little late. Thank you, Huntley.
Little late, Huntley. Not for this poll. Unless there's an album called Flamin' Hot Fries that I should check out.
There is.
Chester the Cheetos new album. All right, Amanda Maya. Shout out Amanda Maya. Kaytranada's Bubba album.
Another late entry.
Just came out.
How are you going to say that?
It's confusing.
It's hard to say that it's the
I've heard
album
like one
of the
song
year.
off of it.
I listened to the whole thing today. I'm not going to lie. And it was really good. It was probably my second time through today. And this was like the time I had a really good experience with it. But I don't know.
Spongy basses.
It's going to take me more than 2 listens to be able to throw it in that category. But good, if it hits you right, it hits you right.
If it hits you right, then it hits you right in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Now DB Chico _ says a tie between Lovesick from Ronan and Everybody's Everything from Lil Peep, which is a compilation. So I find that hard to include here.
That's fine.
There's some songs from like 2015 on it though. You know, it's
you were alive in 2015.
Yeah, okay. I can do the math there. But anyway. All right, next. Oh, yeah, okay. So, best bag in the variety pack. These were some good responses here.
How about from Sorny Tom? My dick. Boom. In your face.
In your face. So that was good. And then also...
T. Wayne Jr. 17.
I have anxiety. ... Follow me. Let's be friends.
Black hearts.
Which is so sad.
Dude, we'll follow you back. We'll be your friend.
I won't commit to that. Anyway.
You can call me any time, too. I got a home phone.
This is something, actually, real quick, that did kind of confuse me. I don't do polls on here very often, which I'm going to make a habit of doing some more of this, more interaction, but... people respond to polls with like random stuff.
Oh yeah, plugs.
But I didn't know that. Like I was like I didn't know, how do they find these? Like they just go searching on people's stories and try to find them, or like is there a way to like navigate just polls and get in there?
Oh, I don't think it's that.
Because if so, I want to get in. I want to start.
That'd be kind of fun. I think it's more so we have tens of thousands of viewers every day, and they're just waiting for.
I mean, it doesn't say 165 right there, but yeah, for sure.
That's out of like
1,000.
A million.
This is 165,000. Okay, yeah, for sure.
You gotta think big.
I do. Yeah, I'm actualizing. Oh wait. Okay, here we go. Tyrone is broke. Just a heart, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
I like
thanks,
that.
Tyrone.
Unless there's an album with that emoji as the.
Oh, I like this next response by Alex Constante.
Alex Constante.
Peppa Pig, my first album. See, I think here's a case, kind of like a reverse Huntley scenario. He's responding to the album of the year in the chip response.
No, we're not in the chip. This is.
Thought we were still going on chips.
No.
Okay.
But I tossed that in there.
So a little chip
so
toss.
We're back to the album one, And this is where
Alex's self-titled album, Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig is actually, that's a real album that came out this year.
Okay.
And yeah, it's real. It's Peppa Pig's album. It's like pop music. It's very weird. So very much a meme response from Alex, but you know how it goes.
Wow.
All right.
2 steps ahead of me at all time.
Right. After Dinner Sig, Jacob Sigman, new Katra. So he's ready to throw the past away and just decide that this is the best album of the year. He's heard it once, all the way through, I assume. And then
can't wait to see what comes out next week.
No, probably in 2 years when he decides that that's his favorite album because he heard it and was like, yeah, it's good. So,
shout out Jake.
Yeah, whatever.
Jake's new song coming out the first too.
Yep, it is. Anyway, I'm going to say Mystery Bustathew. I don't know what this person's name is. Die for My Bitch Baby Keem. I've been hearing a lot about this project. I've only heard a little Baby Keem, but shit is pretty fire.
Okay.
There's a picture of him and Jay-Z that came out like 2 days ago too. Just him sitting with Hov, so.
Shit, Jay-Z was there when I was born.
Really?
Same hospital.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Call it a coincidence.
I feel like I know nothing about you sometimes.
Well.
All right. This one, M for Backpack, Max Backpack.
Josiah, I Am.
By Josiah. That's our guy.
It's a great project.
That's our guy. It's a good project for
sure. Good for you, Backpack.
And Max for Backpack has been drawing. He drew like a gunk rock cartoon and included us. Included Hivemind TV and me and Internet Boy and Suicide Rascal, which I thought was pretty cool. So I messaged him a little bit. He does cute little drawings.
Nice.
So pretty sure he's a child. So I like this. He's cool. Next, I'm going to throw in a little more bag stuff here. Cool Ranch, which seemed to be the consensus. That's my girlfriend, by the way.
Yeah, the BB confused me, but now I'm understanding that it's a term of endearment.
For me,
yes, you are BB.
No, it's actually a walk in baseball. So
BB?
BB.
Or then you can do like a BB power slide in like Skate 2.
Oh.
You know, you feel me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Hivemind TV, two close parentheses. You don't need to close it twice, but
Evan from R&D.
Ivan from
R&D.
Round. Okay, next. Here we go. We got some responses.
Some more albums
here. Pang, Carolina Polachek. Great album.
Yeah.
It really is great.
Who would you pitch it to? Who's the ideal
candidate? All right. If you like Grimes, or if you like pop music that is so well produced that it's borderline orchestral. It's almost like electronic orchestral pop music. Or if you like Julia Holter or something like that. So
Frank Sinatra.
Indie fans.
Okay.
Indie fans who like good singing. Carolina Polachek's from Chairlift. Band Chairlift. So if you know any of their music. And then Gabby says Harry Styles.
With a heart emoji, a smiley emoji, a fire emoji, and like
the cutest emoji of all time. And the cutest one, the begging. It's almost like the Puss in Boots emoji.
Bashful look from that emoji.
Right. And that one also came out a week ago, so Gabby's decided to also throw the past away, which I'm assuming is our relationship. So anyway, this one's sweet. What is this?
That is actually, that was Jake at the start of the decade. Sigmund. That's
really?
Jacob Sigmund.
Oh my gosh.
That's what he looked like in 2010 before he...
Not much has changed with him.
Yeah, no, actually.
Anyway. All right.
Swamp Drained.
Lil Darky.
Knew someone was going to say
Great
that.
album. Definitely in the running for my favorite. Jacoby 888. Thank you for that. And then Tragedy by my cousin Brennan Savage. So... shout out to him.
Yep, family. Keep it in the family.
Truthfully, with Hivemind, my main goal next year is to make enough money off AdSense to get 23andMe to find out if I am related to Brendan Savage and or meet him if he wants to do an interview of some sort. So, yeah.
I don't think you'd need 23andMe. You just need like your DNA and his DNA.
I should be able to secure that, probably, right?
Easy. Ask our fans.
Right. Somebody get me Brendan Savage's spit, please.
Or like a lock of hair.
Anything, really.
I've been through this process before, trust me.
Yeah, he has a sweet album cover, though. Tragedy is a great album cover.
See, even more reason that he's related to you.
Right.
I knew someone was going to say Gax.
Gax, dude. 1,000 Gax, 100 Gax. Kieran Adkins, thank you for that one. And then also... Nothing Great About Britain by Slow Tie, which
that's in my top handful.
It's a good one.
For sure.
It's a good album. All right, this one, Prep School, Body Meat by Truck Music, which
heard of it.
I do not know. That one I have no frame of reference for, but it's sweet. Truck Music, Body Meat,
yeah.
dude. I don't know which one is the name of the album and which one's the name of the artist, but I like both. You know
Body
what I mean?
Music for Truck Meat.
Truck Meat. Oh, Truck Meat. That's such a good name.
Hey, Holiday said Helium by Home Shake.
Yep.
Haven't listened.
I didn't know that yeah. I like Home Shake, but I haven't heard that one. Here we go. Dope King Shop says, "Hi, Hivemind TV. Please follow our page." Cap.
Yep, you said it right there, pal.
You said it for us. And then this one, J Morgan Music says, "Very lit."
Now that's more our speed right there.
I think that's actually, is that the Playboy Cardi album?
Very lit.
Very lit.
Die very lit.
Die very lit.
It's 2020 shit.
Yeah, so these are imposters in the chat, really. And then Lavy Sam, unsigned, Cal Scrooby.
Okay.
That's our guy.
Yep.
It's a good album.
That is a good album.
Corbett on all the production. Yeah. Calvin. And then we got Rob Euphoric, fellow TikToker.
Yes.
Rob Euphoric, my guy, says Igor. So
that one was going to be thrown in there.
yeah. So yeah. Check us out on TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, we're new there.
We got a big TikTok going around. If you like beef sticks.
And twerking videos.
Twerking videos. I like this one here. just cold emojis. That's all. I don't know how these people find their way to us, but thank you. And then this one, Rockets, Impala Beats. Thank you. And then here we go, Harry Styles from
Kaylin's Receding
Hairline. I like that. That's sweet. Fine line at Harry Styles. I might have to check this Harry Styles album out, I guess.
He's got enough hair to go around, you know what I'm saying? Mop-headed ass.
The fine stylings.
All of Evan,
the red-headed singles. That I can agree with. That's an album right there. And I like this emoji because I automatically, it has sound to me. This one. No, this one.
What's it sound like? Oh, it's
you know
like
what I
a
mean?
hot
It's just like
sweat.
Yeah, you know? It's like too hot.
It's a hot sweat.
I'm too hot. I need to pick myself. Yep, so, and then this is the last one right here.
By The Toxic Lifestyle. It's got a devilish Mona Lisa as the IV. It says, "I know this is really random, but we just started a huge giveaway for our upcoming collection. Check it out and let me know what you think," with the stars.
Yeah, full disclosure, I
Checked it out?
knew this was a scam. Checked it out. Thought I could maybe get a free sweatshirt out of it, so I asked them for a free sweatshirt, but it's probably not going to happen. But I mean, if you guys are watching, follow The Toxic Lifestyle to give me free sweatshirt.
Yeah, let them know Riley needs
Give me a free sweatshirt. Okay. So that's it for those responses.
Those are the crowdsourced ones.
Those are the crowdsourced ones. These are strangers. We don't know them or trust them. So it doesn't much matter, really. All of that was for nothing. For naught, if you will.
But I liked some of the funny things they had to say. And it made me think of other songs and other albums that I listened to throughout this year. And maybe some stuff I'll check out. But most likely not.
I'm going to listen to the Harry Styles album.
Yeah.
The fine stylings of Harry Styles.
I might listen to that orchestral pop situation.
You should listen to Caroline Polachek. It's a good one, dude. It's a really good one. Okay. So next, let's do this. What are we going to do? Should we do...
Take off our shoes. Sorry.
What the heck? Let's do the video responses because they're big hitters.
Yeah, they are big hitters.
Before we get to the videos, okay, this is the survey that we sent out to everybody right here, okay?
Meticulously picked questions.
Right. So I said, yo, this is for a video we doing. Can you answer these few questions and send back? If you want to take a phone video of yourself answering, do that. Favorite album of 2019. Favorite song of 2019. Best album of the decade. It's the end of the decade. One artist you think will blow up in 2020. And a nickname for the new decade. Example, the Roaring 20s, as we're in the 1920s. And then I said, thanks, from Hivemind. So this is what people got, and then they got to respond in either video or text form.
Or not respond at all.
Or not respond, which
most
happened.
Of you did.
It happened a lot. But anyway, okay, video responses first. This one's from Lil Rozey, first video here. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, Hivemind. You guys asked me to do a video on my favorite album of 2019 would have to be Fade Into the Dawn by Field Medic. I'm Not Being Held at Gunpoint, right? Favorite song of 2019 would be Bottle Is My Lover. That is also on the album of Fade Into the Dawn. My favorite album of the decade would have to be DC Snuff Film by Teen Suicide. The artist who I think is gonna blow up in 2020 is Suicide Rascal 9. Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think he was being held at gunpoint.
All right, and then we got a sequel.
Oh,
Sequel here. All right,
we're gonna get in some sort of trouble.
I forgot to mention that I think the decade would be called the toe sucking 20s because this 20s toe sucking.
So what do you think?
I agree with the last one the most.
Toe sucking 20s.
I've been saying that for what I feel like is the last 5 decades.
Right. Okay. I was Lil Rozey. Everybody follow Lil Rozey.
I'd love to have him on the show.
Well, he's gonna be on. He's gonna be on. We're gonna do a video. I'm already planning trips to go see that kid. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Well, whatever. All right. Should we get into a really live one here?
Yeah.
Another really live one. Here we go. We've got a fan favorite here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Evan the Redheaded. Signaling in from whatever planet he's on. So let's hear what he has to say.
E-Dog.
I think my favorite album of 2019 is When I Come Home by Solange. Every song is a beautiful soup of soul and beauty. Favorite song? Slush from Sonic by Tisa Korean.
Okay.
What a heater. What a heater. Best album of the decade, I would say, is Triple X by Danny Brown. I think it changed everything. Every song is its own world. An artist I think that's going to blow up in 2020, Tisa Korean. He's doing the most. He's changing music as we speak. Max Sauce, another heater. And then what was a nickname for the 2020s. I'm gonna go with Terrible 20s. It's like the Terrible 2s when you're a little baby. It just like sucks, but you learn a lot. Evan the Redheaded, Bleep Blorp. I'm out.
Cool. So that's Evan. That's Evan's take.
Thanks, Evan.
I like the Terrible 20s.
I like that he was in the shower.
Yeah, he's always in the shower, it seems like. You know what I mean?
True.
All right.
He's amphibious, I think.
Amphibious. Ambiguous, I think is what you mean.
What do you say, Solange? I like that pick.
Solange. And then
Triple X for
the album of the decade.
That's a good one.
And then
said it changed. And Tisa Korean.
Tisa Korean.
Tisa
Korean, I was surprised kind of trailed off at the end of the year, but it must be really coming back because at least if Evan thinks so, I trust that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's in his own world though, as we said.
That is true. Should we get to the only landscape video here? Here we go.
Our guy Will.
Okay. Will. We might skip through this one a little bit. Will Gross. Here we go.
A neighborhood legend.
Yeah.
Alright, fellas. Hivemind. Had to let you know my favorite albums, songs, etc. of the year. So for 2019, my personal favorite album was Father of the Bride by Vampire Weekend. I'm a rock.
Enough to hear about that.
I rocked it. It's my definitely album of the summer, and new songs released this new songs released this year. I think it was Patience by Tame Impala.
Tame Impala, got it.
An artist that could because he's already.
Oh, okay. This is his.
Might be.
Yeah, for sure.
This sounds crazy, but Tame Impala might be an artist that could blow up in 2020, only because he's already huge, but he's coming out with a new album, and there's a chance that he could have like 2 or 3 just cross-cultural smash.
What is this, like 2011?
Cross-cultural, what's he gonna say?
Okay.
Hit singles.
Smash hit
I don't know if
singles.
it's gonna happen. That's like the only step he has up to go is to become like totally mainstream star. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't even know if I want it, but he could.
Okay.
Come on, man. Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was
a decade.
just
There's a guy who's
everything
let
that I want
something
from
season.
So that makes sense. I think a lot of people would probably choose that one for album of the decade.
You got wax on your table now.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I made your wish for you.
Oh, okay, cool. It was the same one, right? The Guy Fieri thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Won't go into that.
Impala or Light Upon the Lake by Whitney.
Oh, okay. This is its other take for a decade.
Instead of calling it a decade, we need to call it an age.
Age.
Like the Jazz Age or the Gilded Age. And I'm thinking 2020 could be the streaming age. I don't know.
Cold takes from Will, honestly. That's my take there. I
No-
appreciate Will.
No one
giving his take,
flipped.
though.
No one flipped the nickname thing like that. Everybody's trying to rhyme 20s, talk about the years, and Will said, "You know what? Fuck a decade.
Stop calling it a decade.
It's the age
It's an
of
age.
streaming."
It's the age of Aquarius. All right, so that was the video responses. Thanks for the video responses. We're eating now. We're
Thanks for
eating.
the fries, Tony.
We're eating cold fries from Tony.
Yeah, they're cold.
This has become a mukbang. Is that what they call it? Mukbang.
Kangaroo court.
There's something like that. All right, text responses. Okay.
Up first.
Up first, Annie Noelker, famed
legend.
photographer, legendary photographer. We did a podcast with her.
appearance.
Whoa. We did a podcast with her earlier this year. So go check that out on our channel if you want, where we talked about album artwork. But now she's here talking about albums. So this was her response here. Favorite album of 2019. Igor, Tyler the Creator. Or Immunity by Claro. So she had
Or-
two choices here.
Which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Both great albums, so I understand.
Yeah, it's a tough choice to make. If those were my two favorite, probably couldn't pick one either.
Right. Favorite song, Ah Please Hold. I never did get a response from her after this, so
Maybe it's a song.
she's indecisive. No, I don't think it's a song.
I don't think so either.
Unless it's by like LCD Sound System and they're back.
Please hold.
Anyway, best album of the decade. Frank Ocean, Blonde, a popular choice.
That makes the most sense
Makes
when you
a-
really think about
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
everything.
One artist that's going to blow up in 2020, Evan the Redheaded or Belize. Which,
Another or.
to be fair, Annie, both of those artists were on our artists we think will blow up in 2019 list. In a lot of ways they did. But
Well, here she goes. There's levels here.
there's levels here, yeah. And I agree, actually, that 2020 will be big for both of them. So check both of them out.
Thanks, Annie.
Thank you, Annie, for sending those in. Appreciate it.
Don't listen to Blonde too much. It is really sad.
Yeah, it is sad. All right, this is Suicide Rascal.
Okay.
Okay?
He doesn't listen to music.
Barely. I'm
is
surprised
his
his
own
own music
music
is not on here that much. But anyway, favorite album of 2019, Freeway 3 by Lucky. Which
Okay.
that's one
Fair.
thing he does listen to quite a bit.
A great album. Too.
Great album. Favorite song, Ice Watch, How Bizarre, which I meant to look up, but I don't know, honestly.
He showed me Ice Watch before.
Yeah, I just don't know the song by, like, I didn't recognize. But anyway, best album. I haven't listened to enough music to make that judgment, which is fair. I feel like that's fair.
Thanks for being honest and not just saying something bogus, you know?
Yep. And then rapper to blow up, Free. I've seen this name, but I never know how it's pronounced. Like Free Sixes, I guess.
Yeah. Or Fees.
Fee Sixes, Fee Six.
Or Baby Smooth. I like the Baby Smooth
Baby
answer.
Smooth, that's a good pick. Detroit. He's one of my favorite rappers too.
Yeah.
And then he does have another response that I have to find here really quick. And then for his nickname for the decade, he said "cock in my ass 20s." So, yeah. So, you know, it is Suicide Rascal. So, thank you, Suicide
Thank you,
Rascal.
Kate.
Thank you, Caitlin. All right, Leo Pastel. We got
right.
Leo Pastel.
You
on the
know
line.
he takes year-end lists serious.
He does. This is a guy who spends a lot of time on that one website. What's that shit called?
I love music.
Chart music data fan, whatever it's called. I forget. Rank My Music or something.
So these are opinions I'm going to take.
Yeah, these are serious. Stuck between two albums, so also an indecisive
Okay.
Libra character
Here
we
we
got
go.
here. I'm stuck between two albums, Solange, When I Get Home, and Tyler the Creator, Igor.
Two answers we've already heard, too.
These are the two that I would say I got the most of.
Really?
I think so. From everybody, I think if you average them out, these are the two names I've heard the
Most popular.
Right. Tyler the Creator, A Boy is a Gun, favorite song. It's a good
Okay.
one.
It is a really good one.
Same sample as Bound 2, which
Yeah.
I think is funny. Frank Ocean, Endless is the best album of the decade. He says, better than Blonde. Not only is it better than Blonde, it's the best album of the decade.
Yeah.
I have to hard disagree. I understand like how he got there in his mind, but wrong.
I love it.
Wrong. And then 4, I think Lucky Day will be a superstar. Kind of already blown up, Grammy nominated, but I agree. Definitely going to be big. And then Maggie Rogers and Dominic Fike. And both of them, Maggie Rogers also nominated for Grammys, I believe. But Dominic Fike, I think, will have a big year.
I think a lot of people think, too, like, blowing up, becoming, like, household
Right,
name.
right. Kind of take that next step, you know? And then...
The End Times for the nickname of the decade. Love that one.
Yeah, I do like that quite a bit.
That one's super funny.
Yeah, The End Times. So, yeah, I really like that. Definitely. Okay. Grant Meeker, our video guy.
Shout out Grant.
Our filmer, if you will. Our rock. 1, okay, his album of the year. Father Figure 3, Somewhere Out There by Rex Life Raj.
No surprise, huge Rex fan.
He's a big Raj fan. Number 2, Song of the Year, In My Room, Frank Ocean, which I was very surprised by. Because
I can see it.
It's a pretty good song, but I didn't like it that much. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's not quite that level for me, but album of the decade, Midnight Snack by Home Shake. He's a big Home Shake fan, so that makes sense. Decade, though, yeah. 4, he believes Season will explode in 2020.
Shout out Big
which
C's.
is a weird prediction. I really hope that he doesn't just combust. I mean, I hope he okay, cool. I mean, I hope he means his career.
Big C's is good. He's going to explode. I like Grant's verbiage there.
I like that too. And then he meant 5. He put 4, but he's calling the decade the tweenies. So it's in between something. I guess the 30s are going to be big for him.
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying?
That's for everyone.
Yeah, the 2030s. Okay, cool. Thank you, Grant, our boy. Dylan Verdell, DV, friend of ours.
CEO, Goodyear Tires.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, it was a good year, too.
Yeah, it was. His favorite album of the year, Roddy Ricch. Sorry.
Please forgive me for being antisocial. Just came out. It's pretty good.
Song.
It's Robbery by Juice WRLD. I just wrote Juice WRLD. I don't know. He read them to me, and I was preparing for this. So,
Robbery by Juice.
Yeah,
Big
for
Juice
sure.
fan.
Okay.
Album of the decade, Astroworld.
Astroworld.
Surprised we didn't see that one before, too.
Yeah. I think people honestly hold Rodeo to a higher standard than Astroworld. Although I find Astroworld might be a better album overall.
Yeah, I feel like Travis Scott fans love Rodeo more than...
Right.
Artist to blow up in 2020, Kid Laroi.
No, the Kid Laroi.
Kid Laroi.
The Kid Laroi. He's from Australia. He's a little white kid who is signed to Juice WRLD's management thing. It's like a grade A something, I think is what it's called, along with Season and Clever. So he's blown up. He's definitely on his way up. He has a Lyrical Lemonade video out. So
Played it Rolling Loud.
Yep. So I definitely agree. I think he's gonna have a big year. Kind of in that whole, the Lil Tecca, all those people coming up in that world. Lil TJ, everybody that kind of melodic, but pop rap sound.
But he's the only Australian one.
That's true. I wish he needs to lean into the cultural. He should rap a lot about Fosters and Gators.
Hot on the bobby.
Yeah, like shrimp on the bobby.
Doing pingas, mate.
Pingas, mate. Yeah, I like that. Something or
Papa Pinga hit the club.
Yeah. We need a Scottish rapper. Kilt.
Oh.
Like a kilt rapper.
Nickname of the decade, Rising 20s.
The Rising 20s. Very vague. I like it, though.
He said, we're rising. And walked out of the room.
Yeah, so, whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, here we got Eldar or Baku Music.
Baku Music, DJ, and our friend Eldar.
Beautiful musical artist.
I haven't seen him in a long time, so I'm interested to see.
Shout out. Favorite album of 2019 was Bon Iver. This guy's a huge fan of Bon Iver, so that's cool that he released an album this year for him, because no one could compete with that for Eldar.
Right, and Grammy nominated for Album of the Year.
Favorite song, No Fear No More by Madian.
Which I know
Madian.
I know our boy Mo El Koti.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of Madian. So
I'll have to peep it. Haven't heard it. Big
I think
surprise,
it's
Eldar.
Madian. Is that now is that one of what's his face's characters?
Yep.
What's his name? Man. He has all those movies and those shows.
Man, you got it.
Oh no, it's gonna be worth it.
I feel
It's
you.
gonna be
Tyler
worth
Perry.
it. Tyler Perry. It's a Tyler Perry character, right?
Yeah,
Medellin?
well, that was just so
shit.
delayed.
Dude,
Decade
I know.
album, To Pimp a Butterfly. Good on ya, Eldar. Great answer.
I think that's a good answer.
That album could, I think anybody with any knowledge of music over the last 10 years could make a argument for that album.
Right.
You
And
know?
it's a smash dab in the middle, too. 2015.
Exactly. Next to blow up in 2020, S.G. Lewis.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, pretty respected producer, DJ, artist in general, makes original music that's pretty good that I've heard. Been around for a little while, so I'm interested on like what insider knowledge Eldar has that like
More wax on the candle.
Bro, you're a wax head. Here's the best part about Eldar's answers to me is his decade nickname. Just supposed to be lighthearted here. Just supposed to be a joke.
Oh, no, yeah, read this, yeah.
Conscious 2020s optimistically hope that there will be a paradigm shift with our perception as a country. The climate change, reversal, urgency, Trump being impeached, equality for women, all examples of how I think the next 10 years will, hopefully, push us to be more conscious of the things that matter. Likely bullshit and won't happen, and we're all gonna die.
Trump 2020 bitches.
Wow.
Is what
Really
it says.
reeled us in there.
Wow.
And then just said some bogus. That's classic Dar. No hope.
That was a roller coaster ride, and I loved it.
Yeah, me
Every
too.
second of it, honestly.
Paradigm shift.
Cool. That's the end of the text responses right there.
Damn, you guys killed it.
Thank you guys for all of your input. That was really, I liked that quite a bit.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was cool. Yeah, I feel like the consensus for this year is that a lot of people liked Igor. A lot of people liked Solange's album.
Yep.
When I Get Home. So those were the two I saw the most.
Yeah.
Song of the year, you never really get a consensus. I
No.
didn't hear like the same thing twice, really. I don't think we did at all.
No.
So that leaves it
Decade.
up for debate. The decade, yep, you hear Blonde. I think that, you know, a lot of people are going to say Blonde. A lot of people say To Pimp a Butterfly.
I like that Will said Dark Twisted Fantasy because that is something is right at the end of the last decade that
Right.
a lot of people.
And I remember, like, I don't know, when it came out, like, Pitchfork, like, gave that a 10 out of 10, like a perfect album. You know what I mean? So I understand, like, there hasn't really been a critical darling quite like that other than those two other albums we mentioned.
To Pimp a Butterfly was close.
That's what I mean. To Pimp a Butterfly, Blonde, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy were critical darlings, and the world embraced those
Yeah.
albums, you know? So
Absolutely.
I understand why they're kind of held in that regard.
Yeah.
I was interested to see if there's anybody who's, like, was going to give something that was a little, like, odds and ends, you know what I mean? Like, Danny Brown's album, I get that. It was, like, really influential. And I expected to hear stuff kind of like that, but
Yeah, me
there
too.
wasn't really anything that stood out to me as, like, whoa, that's, like, on the outskirts, you know?
If we would have sent it out a week earlier
I think
and
so,
gotten
too,
like
yeah.
a little more responses, we would have gotten some weird answers because those answers too are coming from people that don't want to answer right away.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Do you want to do yours?
Yeah, I'll do mine. These fries were cold, but they hit, bro.
You sound like Logan Paul. Okay.
Don't ever say that again.
You sound like Logan Paul.
These fries are cold, but they hit, bro.
All right. This is
These are
Graydon's.
me.
Graydon is picking right now. He's gonna tell you his favorite album of the year, favorite song of the year, all that stuff. So this is a big thing. We need
Yep.
like a fake drum roll to happen.
The NBC News music.
The People's Court music.
How's it go?
I don't know. We just
Yeah,
it's like
You guys get it.
whatever.
Go, just look
People's
it up
Court
yourself.
music. Okay. Here we go.
My album of the year. My Heart is Live in Berlin. Theo Katzman.
A live album, huh?
Yep, a live album.
I don't know.
What's your take on that? You're not a fan of that?
No, that's so no.
Well, you didn't love the album as much as I did, and that album made me think because of it being live, and like because of how much I loved it and how cohesive it felt like as a piece of music, like
Yeah.
kind of gave me a new found faith in it, in everything.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, damn, if someone can put something together this well, like in a moment, like he just went out there for 2 hours, 2+ hours, whatever, did it, and then like had that album, and it was so good, like it was. I don't know. It made me think like new things are possible.
Wow. That's inspiring.
And I seriously, I just love that album. Shout out Theo. He's dropping songs and about to release an album like probably in the next month.
Hopefully it's a real album. Anyway. Okay. If you don't know who he is, though, Theo Katzman's from Wolfpack, and I love his music. I just don't think a live album can be the album of the year. I just can't.
It was mine though. It's
it's
not
yours.
the album of the year.
It's
It was
yours.
mine. Yeah.
But I'm just saying it can't be yours.
My favorite song of the year, the original Old Town Road,
Yeah!
not the remix.
It came out last year, though, 2018.
I mean the remix.
The remix came out this year. You're right. Album of the year. Song of the year. Yeah. No, fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it really speaks for itself.
Dude, the other day
A song you will never unhear, even if you try.
Dude, the other day I hadn't heard it in so long, and when it came on, and I was like, I love it. Dude, it's so good.
In 20 years from now, this is like, I chose this song not because I wanted to choose it. Like, I felt like I had no other choice. Like, I'd be lying.
Right.
If I said it was another song, because I'd
It's one of those
listened to
gutter.
it.
It comes from your stomach.
I maybe played it willingly twice. Like when it came out,
The world played it for you.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like
Right,
it was
right.
fed to me on a silver platter.
The weirdest thing about listening to it the other day is like when I heard it and liked it, in my head I had this like quick like vision thing where I was like, this is like the exact type of song that even though it's like sounds very new age, it's like a combination that hasn't like, existed before or whatever. I mean, not like, there are other examples of it, but I'm saying like in this context, like a pop rap country song. I was like, oh, this is like the song you walk up to when you're winning a Grammy. Like, it's going to win a Grammy because, like, it just reminded me of, like, oh, it'd be so... I can just picture him, like, walking up onto stage, and as it plays, he collects that Grammy.
Yeah.
I don't think I predicted it on our Grammys podcast that I did with Jake, but, like...
You had an epiphany, is what you're saying?
I'm saying, like, it just reminded me. I was like, oh, this is such an obvious, like... Yeah. I think I kind of forgot about it for a second, but it really hit me again.
Don't
like
sleep
a
on
wave.
Nas X.
Don't sleep on him.
Album of the decade. This was a really obvious answer for me. It was the Carter 4.
Okay.
Very transformative, I guess.
What year did it come out?
I think 13 or 14. No, it came out in 13. Carter 4 came out in 2011. So a well-seasoned record for me. Mm-hmm. And honestly, not even one that, like, I'm not going to lie, I'm not out here listening to the Carter 4, like, maybe on, like, a once every 2 month basis right now.
I think that's why it was surprising for me to see that the Carter 4 won for you.
Yeah.
But
it just changed the way I listen to music in a lot of ways, just like Theo Katzman's album did this year.
oh my god, they're so the same. Lil Wayne's live album was so good too.
It probably would have been bad. But yeah, the Carter 4 changed.
If it was the one where he played guitar, that would be sick.
Completely changed my music taste. In 2011, I was like not listening to rap or hip hop the way that I am now, and like I wouldn't have gone that direction if it wasn't for that album.
Right.
And it's gonna play at my funeral. So I've already...
Really?
Yeah, the whole thing, front to back.
Oh, it's a long funeral.
Like 42 minutes.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, and then...
oh, yeah. My nickname for the new decade.
Yep.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. 20s. Might as well give me kidney bean soup.
I think the 20s might give you kidney failure before it gives you kidney bean soup.
You're supposed to say, what's that mean?
What's that mean?
Well, you'll know.
Is that the joke?
Yeah, like joke? You don't know now, but you'll know. Like at the end of the decade,
it's like the flying
will be
cars
saying
thing. Like we all like predict the same thing, and then you can't predict it because
everyone will be saying that.
Might as well give me kidney bean soup.
You won't get it now, of course not, because it's not.
Like if I had said Old Town Road to you
in 2010, I would have been like, "What's your deal, dog?"
Oh, word. Okay. Wow, that is very predictive.
Hey,
I mean, unless it doesn't come true, in which case, whatever.
Sure, just shooting.
Might as well say something.
Yeah,
you
thank you.
So like, yeah, everybody else just said something dumb, like rising 20s. So, all right. And then your artist, you did them out of order, but artist, do you think will blow up in 2020?
Danish singer Erica de Cassier. Kazier. I know I'm slaughtering her last name. I keep saying Caesar too. That could be it. But very like lo-fi, kind of trippy R&B. I like to think like when I hear it, it feels like an early 2000s that like never happened. Like it feels like something from that era, but it's coming out now. And so it's really cool music. Just check her out. If you're a fan of R&B, if you're a fan of Clairo, and if you like old R&B, check her out. You'll really like it.
All right. That's cool. I've only heard what you played for me that one time, so I don't know anything.
Album Essentials came out in 2019. It's very good. She's like very much in the European scene, I feel like, and has like some dance remixes of her songs that are cool if like you're into clubbing.
Very
and, like,
lit,
some
dude.
of this kind of stuff. Yeah, Behave. That's too much. Oh, she's also a producer, which is sick. I bet you she'd produce for some other people.
Does she want to produce for our YouTube show?
She might.
Like, give us money?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what producers do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If so, I really like her. Then I should be my favorite new
All right, let's hear your list. Smart.
All right, Happy New Year, by the way.
Thanks.
Okay.
Shout out Newt Gingrich. You know he's not in this race, but I wish he was.
Really? Why do you wish that?
Because his name's Newt.
That's true.
What a cute name that'd be.
Newt Gingrich. Okay. All right. Here are my superlatives for 2019 and beyond. Right here. Okay. Album of the year.
Come on, what is it?
Suffer On by Wiccaphase. My favorite album of the year. If you don't know who Wiccaphase is, he is
Wake the fuck up.
right. He's a singer who was formerly of the band Tiger's Jaw back in the day, and then pivoted to beat music. People used to call it emo rap, but I think specifically in his case, he is not rapping. I don't think you could call it rapping. He's a singer, but he makes kind of like he makes like weird new wave music that also has hip-hop production.
Yeah.
And this album he made with Will Yip, who does a lot of rock producing and stuff. He did like produce a lot of albums for like Title Fight and
Low-key legend.
low-key legend in the music industry. Worked with Lauryn Hill. Yeah, so it's a very meticulous, polished record in a style that wasn't always polished. And so I think it's like an opus in that way, and it also kind of pivoted back towards rock music. There's a lot of like acoustic elements, guitars. There's like a full-on like a Witch House song on it. There's like a lot of different stuff, but I think it's like Together is the most put together album of the year. It's my favorite, one I listen to the most. So that's the one I picked as my favorite. Quick shout outs just because these I couldn't figure out what I wanted.
I knew you were freaking out over it.
I just didn't know what was the exact one, but the Oso Oso album, the Young Thug album, Better Oblivion Community Center, 100 Gex, 1000 Gex, Caroline Polachek, Billie Eilish, Igor. Those all were in my mind trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? All right, next song. I didn't pick. So I'll pick. Okay. I'm gonna read these in my head, and then I'm gonna pick one based on the feeling that
I'll give you like a brain massage.
Okay.
Oh God.
Bags by Clairo.
Nice.
Okay, that's my favorite song of the year. Bags by Clairo.
Dude,
I think it's a classic.
Yeah, it is a classic.
It's a classic. It's a modern classic.
Yeah, it feels older than a year.
Right. Runner-ups, Tesla by Too Rich Benji, Mixed Personalities by YNW Melly.
Yeah.
I feel like that got slept on later in the year.
Because of the murder investigation.
Right. Gretel by Alex G, Hand Crushed by Mallet, 100 Gex, Sore Throat, Zach Villery, Tony the Tiger, and Your Daddy Has Green Eyes, Evan the Redheaded. Yeah. And Surprised by Rossi Blue. I have a lot, but Bags by Clairo has been crowned as the winner for me. All right, album of the decade.
Big one.
Oh, it doesn't let me scroll down.
Oh, I see it.
I have to move this up. Blonde. I'm going Blonde.
Cry Baby.
Frank Ocean. I think it's the best album of the decade, though. I think it just is all together. It feels like a cheat code to be able to listen to that album whenever I want to. You know what I mean? That's how it feels for me.
It's so unlike other albums, too.
Right. But yeah, some other ones I wrote down here, you'll see them, you know. Yeezus, Kurt Vile's album, Good Kid, Mad City, Hellboy by Lil Peep, Slime Season 3, Young Thug. I think that's his best tape ever. Artist to blow up in 2020. Here's an artist I think is going to go from already blowing up to like the next level, like number one song. I think Pop Smoke going to have a number one song next year.
Okay.
That's what I think. New York Drill. That's going to be a huge thing in 2020. Brooklyn Drill. It's going to be like 5 Foreign, Pop Smoke, whoever they bring up with them. There's going to be people popping out of different areas, but I think it's huge because I think it took people like A Boogie with the Hoodie and Lil TJ and Lil Tecca and these people that were making melodic music in New York to pop off, to show that New York still had something going. Right. And I also think the absence of Tekashi 6ix9ine created the hunger for that crazy street music video specifically in New York. Yeah. And so they're mobbing out and Welcome to the Party on for Pop Smoke's video. So I just think it's the next thing.
Yeah, and you got to have the melodic side to get the other side too.
That's what I think. Yeah. And then my one to blow up that's on the lower level right now, 645 AR. I think is going to be a massive fad at the beginning of the year, at the very least. So that's what I think. And then here are my nicknames for the decade. Okay. The Wholesome 20s.
Ah, you shouldn't know.
I think it'll be nice. I think it'll be all good. Everything's going to be fine.
Everything's family fun.
Family fun. And then also the boring 20s. Like,
maybe we lose interest.
Right, maybe we lose interest. Alien Invasion 20s, which I think is going to be a kind of a, you know, like the decade could be, like, that one kind of hinges on one specific thing. Like, if we get invaded by aliens. Then I'm going to call it Alien Invasion 20s.
They're already here, brother.
If we discover them, then it's still the Alien Invasion 20s. Like, remember the British invasion? It's kind of like that.
I've already discovered them.
And then the quiet 20s, which I'm hoping for myself, honestly. I just kind of want to relax with a good book, you know?
Lay low.
I want to read a book this decade. I don't think I read a book this whole decade.
That's fucked.
I'm just kidding. I read Facebook all the time. No, yeah, I've read them. I've read some books.
That's cool. My favorite out of those ones is Boring 20s.
Boring 20s? Yeah. I think it'd be kind of funny if we just had a whole decade that was hella boring. Like,
or if we dug a hole to the center of the earth. Like, bored into the earth, you know? Boring 20s.
Yeah, I guess that's cool.
Just like Elon Musk's company, the Boring Company.
Right.
They make flamethrowers.
All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, you want to say, like, let's have our parting thing just be, let's say
for the new year,
our favorite moment of the decade that we just had. What's your favorite moment? Let's do the year.
No, let's do the decade.
Let's do both.
The butt fumble.
Butt fumble?
That's my favorite of the
decade. Is that Tony Romo?
Mark Sanchez. Monday Night Football.
Who's that?
He was temporarily the
guy from Mark and Morty?
Temporarily the quarterback of the New York Jets.
Ah.
It was a big Monday night game, and he snapped it, and then he tried to run it, and he hit his own face and his guy's butt, and then he dropped the ball. Look it up, butt fumble.
Jeez.
It's my favorite moment of the decade.
It's a funny name, I guess. I'd go there for sure. But, okay, what's about your favorite thing of the year?
Favorite thing of this year?
Yeah, favorite moment.
That's a tough one. Oh, when all those kids got saved out of that cave.
What? Oh, what? Huh?
You don't remember that soccer team that like crawled into a cave and they all got stuck there because the water got higher?
Dude,
And then Elon Musk gave them all ketamine and they knocked them out and dragged them through not dragged them, but like they all had to do drugs for their anxiety so they didn't drown, and they were like in a trance state, and they put them in scuba gear and got them out of this cave.
The ketamine cave soccer phenomenon of 2019?
I think it was 2019, though.
Oh, I think it was. Dude, I must have been on ketamine. I don't remember that shit at all. That's crazy. Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
What?
It's like 13 kids. And everybody was like, they're dead.
I have got to see movies more. I have got to see movies more. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. I wish I had known about that. I was going to say my favorite of 2019 would probably be... Actually, no. Yeah, my favorite of the decade was either the mountain lion, the guy that beat the mountain lion with a rock and got out of that. That was pretty cool. Like that he was running, he was jogging, got attacked by a mountain lion, and then he took a rock and beat it to death, and then he was fine. And they all thought he was going to be like a huge buff guy, but he was just a skinny runner. That was cool. And then that or Gummo.
Okay.
By 6ix9ine. Yeah. When that came out.
Yeah,
that was live. And then my favorite of the year was when Tom McDonald blocked us on Instagram.
Oh, what a little moment that was.
Right? Wasn't that cool? Yeah. I think that, honestly, that kind of sums it up. We're still blocked. So 2020, restraining order. Restraining order 20s. That's what we should call it.
We're coming to TP your house, Tom.
Oh, that would be sick. He'd probably make a whole album about it.
He'd probably come out clapping at us.
Clapping. Okay. Thank you for watching us in 2019.
Thanks for your entries.
Genuinely, thank you for participating in this. If you did, and if you didn't, find us on Instagram at Hivemind TV. Be ready for the next poll.
The next decade. Be ready for it.
Be ready for the next decade. Thanks for watching Hivemind in 2019. 2020 is going to be a big one. We got some stuff already cooked up. We got some more stuff to cook up. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. You'll find it all in the description. So thank you. We love you. Thank you for watching.
We love you.
All right.
Favorite album of the year is this new K-Tronada album that just came out. Bubba, that shit is next level. It's like every song can just run it back to front, front to back. Favorite song of the year is this Skepta featuring Slow Tie song called Inglorious. I used to listen to that every day of the summer. Favorite album of the decade was Blonde, Frank Ocean. That shit changed my life. Artist I think is gonna blow up in 2020. This artist, Austin, from Chicago. She's incredible, and I think there's no way she doesn't blow up this year. And then nickname for the decade, I think the Whoring 20s, because no one stays together anymore.